Hello students, my name is Dr. Jyoti Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. So now in this video lecture we will have a discussion on current trends in financial industry. So it is the first topic of unit 5 in fact, and obviously we will in this particular lecture we will have an understanding about the marketing mix elements that are used in financial industry. And in this particular lecture means under financial industry I have selected bank and insurance industry, and we will have a deeper understanding or an understanding about this particular aspect. So financial service markets basically play a very prominent role in mobilizing of saving from all the quarters of economy. Means it somehow channelize the saving of from the public or from the customers, and gives and helps the basically concerned bodies in regulating or implementing the new policies or the new ways through which they just provide assistance to the customers or to the general public. So a financial service market is all about, we can say that a market in which financial services and financial instruments are bought and sold by the firm and firm in order to fulfill the objective and also in order to fulfill the requirement of the customer. So some of the financial products which are available in the market, like saving and recurring account, current account, fixed deposit, retail loan products, commercial loans, leasing and hire purchase, credit cards, insurance, debit cards, means these are basically the financial products. If we talk about the first element of marketing mix, the first element is all about product. So what product financial industry offers to customers? So these are basically the products, like they can save out their money into this particular account. Business or the entrepreneurs can open the account like current account, fixed deposits, they can deposit their savings for a longer time period. The banks or the financial institutions basically provide loans to or credit facility to the customers or the people, so that they can fulfill their requirement or they can fulfill their purchases. So these are basically some of the products offered by financial institutions in order to fulfill the expectation, in order to fulfill the requirement of the customers. So we should also understand the buyer behavior for financial services. Means while making even the simplest purchase, customer go through a complicated mental process, like we all know, and you as student also know, the buying decision process and the different behavior that a customer shows towards purchasing a product which can fulfill the requirement or which can fulfill the need of them. So in consumer behavior definition, according to Schiffman and Nock, we have seen that basically consumer behavior is a sum total or the cumulative behavior shown or represented by a customer while searching, while comparing, means evaluating, while using, while disposing of that product. Means the total behavior shown or the behavior shown by a customer in fulfilling or in showing or in acting all these activities, the behavior is called a consumer behavior. In general, we can say that the overall representation of a buyer towards a product or service, that is all about a buyer behavior. So even if a customer is going to purchase a simple product, he or she basically evaluates or go through a certain set of process. What is that process? You all know very well, that just I want to repeat it, like need identification, search for alternatives, evaluate those alternatives, and by going through the evaluation process, means by evaluating the available alternatives, you are able to find out a suitable one which can be purchased or which is basically purchased by the customer. And after purchase, you just use that product, and after usage there are basically two reaction occurs or two outcome occurs, that is satisfaction and dissatisfaction. If you are satisfied after using that product, you will repeat your behavior towards that product, and if you are dissatisfied, again come to need identification. Means what is that need which is not fulfilled with this particular product. Search for alternatives, simply what are those alternatives and what are those different products available in the market which can fulfill my need. And the third one is evaluation of the alternatives, like because you have now you are having a different set of alternative products. So, on the basis of the parameters, like the parameter of like budget, means the money you have, the color and the preferences that you have, on these parameters, or you just evaluate the available alternatives and you just find a suitable one which is obviously purchased by you, and you just reuse it, and after that you just experience either you are in the state of either satisfaction or dissatisfaction. So, whatever the state of yours, accordingly you just either continue or discontinue that product, and again need identification, what is that need which is not fulfilled. So, in the case of service, it is also the same, like a customer, if a customer is purchasing a financial service or financial product, he or she basically goes through the same process, need identification. Suppose he or she wants to purchase a insurance policy. Search for alternatives means what are different players which are offering the policies as per the expectation or as per the requirement of the customers. Evaluation of alternatives on the basis of the premium paid, on the basis of the benefits expected, on the basis of the outcome after certain time period. So, they basically evaluate the available alternatives of policies, and what policy and whatever the policy suits to the requirement of the customer, they just form a decision to purchase or to invest their money in purchasing that policy. And last one is dissatisfaction and satisfaction. Satisfaction means whatever the amount you are expected, whatever the services you are expected, if you are getting, if you become satisfied, and if you are not getting, you become dissatisfied. So, in the case of financial service, the same procedure is also followed by a customer for purchasing financial product or financial services. So, we can understand in buyer behavior, in consumer behavior for financial services on two parameter in fact, and one more thing I would like to explain, like there are certain factors which are responsible in framing or in influencing or in determining the behavior of buyers. Like we have seen that the personal factors like age, gender, income, education, like the social factors, social class, your family, your reference group, the psychological factors like the perception, personality, attitude and learning. Means there are certain factors which somehow help in determining the consumer behavior of a consumer. So, in this particular video lecture we will understand in case of financial services there are two factors which help in determining the behavior of a buyer. Means the individual influence, means somehow we can say that the psychological factors which determine or which basically guided the customers whether to invest the money or whether to purchase the financial product or services or not. So, the first one is individual influence and the second one is family influence on buying behavior. So, individual influence is all about the individual attitude, beliefs and preferences towards the financial product or the financial services, and because every individual is different and one individual is different, is sharing a different characteristic or having different attitude, beliefs from another. So, obviously it is very crucial for a marketer's point of view to understand different preferences of different customers, and individual behavior is inconsistent and difficult to predict from one day to the next. Obviously, we all know our taste and preferences, that the choices of yours is today we cannot in fact we cannot say that we will repeat our behavior towards purchasing the same product or the same service in coming time, in future time. So, obviously, our behavior as a customer, our behavior is very inconsistent and the firm is unable to predict that the incoming time, in future time the customer will show or represent the same behavior towards the service or the product. And sometimes we as customer are become confused or even unable to explain our own behavior. Means what thing we are expected and what are the expectations. Somehow there is a vague picture into the mind of us that we do not know that what exactly I want in fact from a service product or service market in fact. So, these are the individual justification or the justification we somehow related to individual influence, and the second one is family influence on buying behavior. In obviously in market, in the class of or in the subject of marketing management, you have gone through the concept of family life cycle. Family life cycle means a person is basically a social being in that live in, means who lives in a family, and in living family he or she has to go through a certain stages. If we talk about family life cycle, it starts with the stage of bachelorhood. Bachelorhood in we have considered why, because bachelors are those who can take who are earning, who can take their own decision, because they are the purchasing power capacity, they have certain money into their pocket. So, accordingly they can take decision in order to invest in the financial product or in purchasing the financial product or the financial market. The second one is honeymooners. Honeymooners means that individual get married to some person and they become two, and accordingly their buying behavior change. The third one is what like fullest one. Fullest one is divided into three, or we can say two, like 1, 2 and 3 means the children below 6, the children below above, and fullness 3 is all about older married couple with dependent children. And the next stage is empty nest 1. Empty nest, the name itself refers that nest become empty, means that home or that family become empty, because if one of the child has left the home, or all the children have left the home, because and in that home that the married couple or the older couple become alone, and that the refers the last stage, that is loneliness. So, we see that at every stage an individual basically show different behavior towards a particular product or a service. So, in financial I have mentioned one example of the different stages of family life cycle, their financial situation and their banking needs. Like stage like bachelorhood, here the bachelors are basically having few financial burden, because he or she does not need to look after the family. उन्हें सिर्फ अपना रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल करना होता है, दैट्स वाई ही और शी इज़ हैविंग फ्यू financial burden. Per capita income very high, because they are earning, because they have just they newly joined a job, they have a particular job. So, per capita income is very high. So, their banking need may be like credit cards, and they want loan in order to purchase accessories, in order to purchase cars. So, banking needs like that. The second stage like fullest 1, married with young couple, home buying priority, liquidity low, because they have to look after the children and the partner too, and may have working couple situation, financial situation, it may that both the couple are working. So, their liquidity may determine differently. So, their banking needs are like they want credit card, they may want credit cards like overdraft facilities, saving account, housing and durable loans. Fullness 2 is all about older married couple with older dependent children. In this basically income becomes stabilized, good financial position, because married couples are also earning, may also be earning, and their children are also earning something. So, financial condition is good and income becomes stabilized. Now, they are in a state to take financial decisions, and they can have a certain banking need like home improvement, they can take loan for improving the home requirement, money market deposit accounts, and they can also invest their money in certain investment, in different investment avenues too. The next is empty nest, means older couple with children now not living at home, may be retired. So, significantly reduced income, because it may happen that older couple may get retirement from the firm. So, somehow their income is significantly their income has significantly reduced, and their banking need like social security services, and like pension services and health insurance services, like loan services they need. In fact, this particular example has been adopted by the American Bankers Association, marketing official services. So, this particular basically example gives you an idea that at the different stages of family life cycle, an individual takes different act differently, and their financial situation also vary as per the different stages, and accordingly their needs also vary. So, as a marketer you have to just understand the different stages and the family influence or the individual influence of the customer, and accordingly work on that, so that you can just influence the behavior of the buyer in such a way, so that they just purchase, they just come to your farm for availing or experiencing the service. The next element of marketing mix is pricing of banking products and services. As we all know that what is pricing price can be defined as the money or the value of a product or a service which should be paid by the buyers to the marketer or to the seller. Pricing somehow affect the product cost, because in determining the price of the overall product or service, you have to just consider, or you just consider the overall cost incurred in either developing that service, implementing the service, or manufacturing the product. And the price is determined by cost, demand and competition. In next slide we will see that types of pricing, in which we see that different types of cost and demand level and competition level, and accordingly set the different pricing. And while determining the price, being a service firm, you should be very evaluative in determining that, because price is perceived as the overall evaluation or overall performance of the service firm, which somehow portray an image into the eyes of the customer, because with the help of price you are also throwing or portraying your brand name, your package, the benefits and the amenities that you are going to offer to your services, so that a customer can compare whatever the cost or whatever the price he or she is paying in against what he or she is getting. So, before setting price, you should be very careful, or you should be very evaluative in determining the price. And price will either increase or decrease on what factors. Obviously, we all know that as per the demand situation, price may vary, or if in case of demand is increasing, how you will do, what will you do? Obviously, you if the demand is increasing, if the demand is high, your pricing should also be high. If the demand is low, your pricing should also be very low, because demand is low, somehow it may happen that price may be one of the factor which obstruct or which can be a hindrance, so that a customer is not accepting or customer is not going to experience for your service. So, if demand is low, you have to lower down the price, the set price that you have opted for your service in fact. So, before setting pricing, there must be certain objective, and these objective must be obtained by the practices or the things that you have considered while determining the price. And the objectives like growth in sales, obviously with the help of suitable price or adequate price, you are just ensuring that your customer, your target customer will pay that price. Market share, if you have set or determine the price as per the pocket of the customers, that will help you out in creating more and more customer base. Competition, if your pricing strategy is like as per the mental state or as per the expectation of the customers, and with the level of pricing you are also offering the level of services, so somehow you are winning the battle of the competition, you are somehow winning the race of the competition, because price plays a lot in acquiring or in maintaining an image, a positive image into the mind of the customer. Predetermined profit, obviously before setting price, one of the objective is in fact implied is that is whatever the things the company wants to do, even the pricing or the or services, those all things will be determined by taking consideration or by considering the objective predetermined of the firm, means price. If the price is suitable, the customer will pay that cost or pay that price, obviously that will help you out in fetching or generating revenues by this particular act or by working on this particular element. So, these are basically the pricing methods that may or that can be adopted by you from time to time, and accordingly you can take decision. Like the first one is market based pricing system. It is totally this particular pricing system or pricing method, that is totally based on the things or the factors which are prevailing into the market, like perceived value pricing. This pricing is considered, or this pricing is taken by considering the value perceived by the customer. If the customer is perceiving that the service that they are using, that is basically high quality, that is of high quality, so obviously whatever the price the company want to set, they can set out and charge from the customer, and customer just feel happy to feel that price, because they are getting value, they are perceiving that particular service as a source of, or as a mean of prestige, as a mean of reputation. So, somehow they are willing, or they will feel happy to give whatever the pricing or whatever the price you have set for that. Psychological pricing is all about playing with the psychology of the customer. Means in this particular pricing you guys set the price like 99, 199 and 299, because somehow by using this you are giving a feel that they are paying less amount, but in totality if you see like 99, the customer is paying 100 rupees, and in return he or she is getting even 1 rupee coin or even 1 toffee. In fact, sometimes the provider is not having pennies or the coins. Promotional pricing is all about keeping a pace with the promotional strategies of your competitors, and skimming pricing is all about setting the price high. So, that is these are basically the 4 types of pricing used under market based pricing system. Cost based pricing is all about taking consideration the cost aspect or the cost factor. Like a standard cost pricing is whatever the cost incur in manufacturing the or in developing or in providing the overall services, that cost will help you out in determining the service, like the fixed cost and variable cost. Cost plus pricing is all about the cost plus margin. That margin help you out in getting profit. Break even analysis means first you have to just reach out this break even point where no profit and no loss. After that you are able to get profit from that level of pricing. Managerial pricing is all about a pricing that is set by keeping the managerial activities that is happening or that is basically conducting in order to making available the service to the customer. Competition related pricing like premium pricing, parity and discount premium. You can charge higher prices to your services as per your competitors, because you are giving some value or you have some added value advantage in your services. Parity as per the competitors, whatever your competitors are charges, taking a price from for the service from your customer, from the customer base, you can do the same. And discount price, when you somehow just losing out the win of or the battle of the competition, you can just lower down the price of yours. Channel of distribution for banks, like they can making available the banking facilities or the financial facilities with the help of networks, branch networks or the branches. And the second one is internet banking, means branches. If we talk about, there is involvement of a physical place where a customer can go and avail the banking facilities or fulfill the banking requirement. And the second one is internet banking, is all about fulfilling doing the transactions, banking transactions in a virtual mode. Promotion of banking products, like the company can use advertising, sales promotion, personal selling, publicity, and banks internal communication process, like they can use brochures or newsletters and prospectus or the things or the informatory material of banks too, that can be given to the customers. The second thing that come under financial industry, that is insurance. Insurance, firstly we have to understand need for marketing insurance services. So, these are basically the factors like insurance benefit of the product, means benefit of the insurance come at the later date at times after a considerable time. The demand, like consumers product is not inbuilt, because in this for this particular service customer is not having any demand. The demand may be created, and for doing so you have to conduct so many activities, and your agent or your representative should show influencing behavior in order to generate the sales or generate the customers. And among the financial services too, the insurance sector gets the least priority, as other investment avenue provide immediate yield. As in the first line say that the benefits in investing by investing in insurance, the customer will get benefit after a later time or after a considerable time, but in investment of other financial avenues, the customer get immediate feedback. So, somehow it is a lacking point in case of insurance. In case of life insurance, the case is further complicated, and in India in fact people have belief and a background or traditional to leave everything to fate, means they just leave out, जब तक जिंदा जब तक चल रहा है आगे क्या होगा they do not know, but this particular belief somehow hampers the activities of insurance, and the rural market is still untapped. The insurance sector is yet to exploit this segment, which have vast opportunity, means you can somehow influence the or convince the rural buyers because they are so much saving, and their saving can be channelized by investing in this particular financial service and product. And scope there is a scope for the growth of marketing insurance services, and for that purpose IRDA was established in 99 for promoting, regulating and strengthening the insurance sector, and it basically ensures the following activities like the market is open to for private as well as corporate sectors. They will also expand their business dimension and offer certain financial investment and financial insurance policies to customers, and as per the requirement of the customers they can opt, they can invest their money in different or in respective policies and plans in fact. And this can also be budgetary provisions, which gives a sense for people that they can just somehow save their tax burden if they are showing that they have investment in they have done investment in insurance thing. So, there is a wider scope for marketers that they just offer insurance product or insurance services to the customers, so that accordingly they are able to fetch profit from the market. Strategies for effective marketing means insurance business is obviously done by the agents. So, agents should have awareness about the demographic details and their changes too. They should have the complete information about the product and the policies that they are representing or that they are dealing in. Ability to convince the persons or the agents, those who are involved in spreading or convincing the buyer, they must have an art to convey or to influence the behavior of the buyer. Whatever the policies you are just offering to them, that must be as per the requirement to fulfilling in order to meet out the requirement of the customers. And one should be ethical that कि आप ज़्यादा पैसा कमाने के चक्कर में you should not just over promise or just sell out the wrong policy to the customer. So, it is an ethical aspect from for a agent or for a sales representative of an insurance firm, that he or she has just to sell out the right type of policy that suit up the requirement of the customers. So, role of other institution in marketing insurance services like because it is also open for private or public sector. So, more and more players are coming into existence, and so that a customer can invest their financial resources in these type of venues and just get benefit and just fulfill the expectation of them. So, these are basically the references, you just go through these and you get more information for in this topic. So, that is all in this particular topic. Thank you, students.